Now, court resumed on Tuesday after being dark on Wednesday due to the judge having COVID.
Have you discussed his ability to testify or not testify in that context?
And that's another objection that we would have, Judge, because obviously his ability to testify and to defend his case from the jail, he doesn't feel like it's a choice or an option that he has. He's happy to be here in court if the CDC guidelines are followed, in his opinion, but if the CDC guidelines are not followed, he feels compelled to follow his own health and his own best interest. And so he is going to go to the jail and observe his trial there. He understands that his ability to testify, and I believe his ability to testify will certainly be encumbered if he chooses to testify. But at this point, I think he's going to take his own health over anything else. So I advise him of his right to testify or not testify. I do think that he will not choose to testify under these circumstances, but you can certainly inquire of him and explain to him his right, because obviously that's what the court will do.
All right. Well, the trial is going forward. We've been through that significantly.
Okay.
We, just for the record, we did recess Tuesday afternoon for the rest of the day Tuesday and all day yesterday. We are back here. It is Thursday, and we are ready to go forward. We had a company come in and sanitize the courtroom. We have a machine, an air circulation filtration system going in the courtroom. I provided masks for all of anybody who wants them, spectators, anybody, jurors, lawyers. And you can have 2 masks. You want a double mask, you can double mask. I am going to continue to wear a mask during the trial. And I think, frankly, folks are safer now than they were on Monday because now I'm wearing a mask.
He's not asking for a face shield.
I understand.
He's indicating that the court is still positive for COVID, and because of that, he does not want to be in the courtroom. He's elected to take advantage of his own health. He's entitled to do that.
Sure.
That's...
All right, just make sure the record is clear that I am not instructing that he leave the courtroom. My preference is for him to stay and participate in his defense with his attorney. However, if he does not want to be here, we will make arrangements for him to observe the proceedings from the jail courtroom.
But he does want to be here, Judge. He just
it's his choice. So I want him here. Everybody else is here. Everybody else is fine. Jurors are here ready to go. Attorneys are here ready to go. The only person that has a problem is Mr. Bishop. So that is his right, and I'm not infringing upon that. If he is uncomfortable being in this courtroom, I will consider it a voluntary absence, and we will bring him back to the jail, where he will put on his orange jumpsuit, and he will observe the trial from the jail courtroom.
He is aware of that, Judge, and if he would just go ahead and go through his right to testify or not.
Yep. All right. Mr. Bishop, do you understand? I need to know you understand these things. Mr. Bishop.
Judge.
Yeah.
Mr. Bishop would like to inquire if the court would state on the record whether you're still positive for COVID or not.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. I was positive on Monday night. I feel a million times better today than I did on Monday night.
He just wants the record to reflect that you're here in court. You could be potentially still positive for COVID. And his options are to be positive, be in the courtroom with someone who's positive for COVID or not.
All right, we've gone through, yeah, I understand. You've made your record, Mr. Bishop, you've made your point. It's interesting to me for all sorts of reasons that that's your concern, but at any rate, we have made arrangements for you to go back to the jail and observe the proceedings in the jail courtroom. Do you understand that if you do that, you're not going to be able to talk to your attorney necessarily throughout the trial? You're not going to be able to whisper in his ear. You're not going to be able to consult with him periodically. It's going to be a lot more difficult for you to communicate with your attorney. Do you understand that?
I do not understand.
Okay, well, your attorney can explain it to you. Also, you will have the right to testify in this case in your defense if you would like. You do not have to. It is entirely up to you. If you choose to testify, you will be subject to cross-examination like any other witness would be. If you do not testify, I will instruct the jury that they are not allowed to hold that against you in any manner. And you can consult with your attorney about whether or not you want to testify, or whether or not it's in your best interest, but ultimately the decision has to be made by you. So,
We have, Judge, we discussed whether or not he wants to testify or not, and he will tell you in a second whether he chooses to do so. But he wants to make sure the record is clear that his ability to be here in court, he doesn't feel like he's had any other option but to take his own health at issue. Is not something that he's just elected to do. He's indicated that he's not going to be here in a courtroom where someone is testing positive for COVID. He's not going to the room. And so he understands that going to the jail is his option. That's what he's going to elect. He has indicated that he does not want the trial to start, and so he's at the jail and on the camera, and able to see what's going on in his own trial.
Okay, well, again, as I mentioned, he's the only person who has an issue with this. So the trial is going forward with him here or with him in the courtroom jail. That is his decision. Also, Mr. Bishop, if you choose to go back to the jail to observe the trial, you're not going to be able to change your mind and come back. There's too much involved. Time, it's going to take about 30 minutes to get you there, dressed out, and back into the courtroom, and we don't have time for the back and forth business. So once you exercise this option that I am giving you, and this is, make no mistake, this is your choice. This is your choice. Okay? If you exercise your option to do this, that's on you, and you're not going to be able to undo it. You're not going to be able to come back for parts of it. So you either stick around and we finish this trial, or you go to the jail courtroom and you observe.
And Judge, again, he's indicating it's not a matter of his choice. He doesn't feel like he has an option, so it's not a choose A or B. It's a he's not going to remain in the courtroom because there's someone here that's positive with COVID. So he's asking, he understands that he's asking if we will just give him time to get back to the jail, get dressed out, and he was just asking whether or not he intends to testify. Mr. Bishop, do you intend to testify in this case? Do you feel like you have an option to testify?
I have an option, but I don't know if I want to.
Okay. If you are, so you're going to have to give the court a yes or a no whether you intend to testify or not at this point.
I don't know.
Okay, well, then we'll ask him again. I notified him of his rights on the record. I will ask you again outside the presence of the jury at the conclusion of the defendant's evidence, if you want to testify or not. And if you do, you'll have to testify from the jail courtroom without having your attorney there. Your attorney will be here. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay, well, I can't make it any clearer. Yes, Mr. Coveney?
I can just put two things on the record.
Yes, please.
One, I just want to establish that we do have technology that would allow Mr. Bishop to testify from the jail courtroom
Yes.
and stream that live into the courtroom.
Yes, we do.
It's possible.
Yeah, I said you could testify from the jail courtroom.
Secondly, I think there was some confusion earlier about the current CDC guidelines. We all know they're in the process of changing, but I have it pulled up, cdc.gov, isolation protocols. If you test positive for COVID-19, stay home for at least 5 days, but then it counts day 0 is the onset of symptom, or is the day of symptom onset regardless of when you test positive. So it also says you are most likely to be infectious during these first 5 days, wear a high quality mask if you must be around others at home and in public, and don't go to places where you're unable to wear a mask. So it contemplates being around other people.
Of course it does.
It says wear a mask. We are in 2024, the end of February, beginning of March tomorrow.
It's been
We are
4
nearly
years.
4 years removed from the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. As a legal system, we need to learn to live with this. The state is asking the court to go forward, and that's what we have to do.
And Judge, if I have a chance to respond to that. I get that we're 4 years ahead, but right over here in this box where the jurors are sitting, we still have plexiglass up that the jurors can't be beside each other. We had only 4 years ago a few million people across this world and country that died as a result of COVID-19. There are people, the hospital systems were overwhelmed. My client, he gets one life, and he's elected not to be in the courtroom with someone. His position is that we don't even know if you're positive or negative at this point. You haven't taken another test. And so ultimately, Judge, his position is that he understands the prejudice that will exist, but it's not a prejudice that he feels that he has created by being placed in the jail court. He's going to go back to the jail court. Whether he chooses to testify at that point or not will be a decision that he will make. Because at this point, I don't know that he's made a ultimate decision, but he's elected to go to the jail court, and he will dress out in his orange garb, and he will pop up on the screen and watch it just like everybody else. So we're ready to get going.
All right, let's do it. We'll be in recess until we get Mr. Bishop.
Okay, so back to the jail he will go. His decision. The judge explained how he can still view the proceedings, participate in the proceedings, even testify from the jail because he is adamant that his health is at risk. Despite everyone being in compliance with the CDC guidelines, he thinks he's safer from COVID in the jail. Okay,